Bro down!
Welcome to the bro down. You're watching Jubilee video with the bros. Do all plus-size people think the same? And you're about to find out.
We are recording, right?
Yeah. Stop it.
There is nothing that enrages me more than fat models.
Nothing enrages you more than fat models,
This
my
dude's
dude?
got a really low bar to
Like-
be mad. Spoiler alert. There's worse stuff to be mad about.
Like, people starving, COVID.
Or normal fat people.
Yeah.
I don't like the celebration of morbid obesity.
You're one
Bro,
to
look at
talk,
yourself.
dude. Oh my god.
I don't like all these fat fucks walking outside my house, getting in the way of my chicken nuggets.
There's a reason we opened this video with us showing how fat we were. That's the reason we can do this video, is because we're currently
humble.
fat.
Yeah. If I wasn't fat, there's no way I would be touching this shit.
Yeah.
Also, look at her. She's like, this motherfucker.
This fat motherfucker talking up, not realizing he's fucking fat.
Bruh, where's your neck? Even I have a neck.
I am fat.
Nice.
Man, that guy has a lot of confidence to
For
just be
real.
rocking those titties like that.
I agree, 100%. Also, it looks like he's wearing a skirt. She's not very
she's
heavy.
alright.
Yeah.
She's got the Bob's Burgers thing going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Like, the no neck.
Yeah.
If any of you guys see this, I'm sorry. We're also fat.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
It's a joke. I would not be on this.
I wouldn't either.
Like, I know I'm fat. People don't need to see this shit.
Yeah.
Let's do the thing where we answer before.
Yeah.
Are you offended by the word fat? It's
Like, if it's just the word fat itself, no.
yeah, I mean,
If somebody
that's an
calls me
important word.
fat, I'm a little more offended.
Yeah,
but,
I feel like that's understandable. But just
Yeah.
to be offended by the word itself, fat
Yeah.
is kind of ridiculous.
I would say not at all by just the word.
Yeah. My God, I wish I was this beautiful man over here.
This
How the fuck
confident
is he
man.
doing it? Look at his hair! He's got a fucking yarmulke in that.
This is what a mountain of masculinity looks like,
Yeah.
Evan.
This dude's a god.
This wide king.
Good.
Nice.
Good job, fatties.
The reason I am here is because
I'm fat.
in the past, fat has been such like a derogatory term, and like
And you know you're really fat whenever you need to have one of these hold your shit together.
Jesus, goddamn. You right, though. Like, just wearing like a...
Buckle up!
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. Just wearing a fucking, like, safety vest.
so like ridiculed for the way we look. It's almost like I want to take that word back and make it a positive thing. Like, oh, someone called me fat. So negative, and be like,
As a fat person, I don't think it's good to glorify being fat. Being fat is
Yeah.
unhealthy and not good for you. You shouldn't feel bad to be fat, per se.
Yeah.
You definitely shouldn't be, like, empowered by it and continue to live that lifestyle just so you can be like, I'm fat and I'm proud. Like, you're gonna die of heart disease.
Yeah. I always feel like the goal of the fat acceptance movement should be just that, essentially.
Yeah.
That, like, it's okay to be fat. I don't think it should be glorified or vilified, either one.
Yeah.
Like,
I definitely don't think it should be like your character trait. Like,
Yeah.
I'm fat and I'm proud. Like,
Yeah.
you should realize the inherent problems with being fat
Yeah,
and how it affects
it's-
your lifestyle.
there are definitely health risks
Yeah,
that
for
come the heavier you get.
100%.
Yeah.
A lot of words that should offend me don't. I think it's because I'm just kind of like,
I have so much respect for this guy.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I love you, Troy. Look at his fucking flip-flops!
Yeah.
This dude's killing it, man! I wish I had this
This dude
confidence.
has so much
I
confidence.
fucking love him. Also, like, no offense to this guy, his body is like a cartoon character.
But it's kind of cool in its own way.
I like it. Like, I dig
Yeah.
all of this.
He looks like he's straight out of like a Dr. Seuss movie,
Yeah,
a little
for
bit,
real.
in a way, in a good way.
Yeah.
If-
All of these are compliments. We
Yeah.
love these people.
Yeah.
you even need the word to know your intention.
Exactly.
So I know your intention, and if you're using it to like hurt me, I don't care what word you use. I care that you wanted to hurt me. I just don't look at like a word like
gets
that as
Yeah.
being like,
you don't want to give it power.
no, I don't want to give it weight.
This dude's the best.
I love you, Troy!
Troy's getting the Bro Down Award so
For
far,
real.
for
Yeah.
sure.
I have a hard time seeing anyone taking Troy out.
Yeah.
Definitely, like,
I would definitely be in the middle on this one.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's definitely a lot of cases where everybody's doing the best that they can, and there's definitely people who could be doing better but are choosing not to. Like, there's biological and also financial factors.
yeah,
It
the
takes
financial
money
aspect is
to
very
be
important.
healthy.
Like, for me and Ethan, we aren't the worst genetically, but we both got fat at like the same age. Like we went into 3rd grade and we got fat, and it's been hard for us to be in shape like ever since.
Yeah.
And we've always been pushing our weight. Just biologically, we're predetermined to be overweight. That doesn't mean we're like locked in
Yeah.
to being overweight.
I think predetermined generally means like, yeah.
Then we're like predisposed
Yeah, there
to
you
be
go.
overweight. Everyone's got friends that just eat whatever the fuck they want, and they've still got like a 6-pack and shit. There's just certain people that got it and certain people that don't.
Yeah, I agree.
But that doesn't mean that you're locked in. Like anyone can
Yeah.
eat healthier, anyone can work out, anyone can overcome that stuff. Like if you're mentally in a good place and you've
Yeah.
got like the right backing, but also like you said, financial stuff
Yeah.
matters. I don't know.
So where
I
would you
just-
be on this? Would you be like disagree, agree, straight down the middle?
What was the exact question again? Eating plus size is a choice. Probably damn, my opinions are both set. Maybe somewhat agree would probably be where I would fall.
Yeah.
If this is the agree side and this is the disagree, I'd probably be on this
Yeah.
line right here.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would probably be like right down the middle.
Yeah. But isn't being down the middle like you don't have an opinion one way or another?
Well, I mean, it's like I equally agree
Yeah.
and disagree with this statement.
Well, then I guess I somewhat agree with you.
We can have different,
Yeah,
we can
I
be
know.
on different
I know.
parts of the
I
spectrum.
feel like at
Yeah.
the end of the day, I would say somewhat
Yeah.
agree for me.
I lost 60 pounds in 6 months.
for
Everyone
you,
was so
Katie.
happy for
Yeah.
me. I hated myself. I
Sorry,
hated
Katie.
the way
Yeah.
I looked. I hated why I did, why I exercised, and things like that. And so I made the conscious decision of my parents are not going to be supportive, or maybe they won't like it. My community, the Korean community, is going to be really disappointed that there's a fat Korean walking around the world. But it was a choice for me
That
to
must
say, well,
suck.
I don't want
That
to work
does suck.
out
Yeah.
8 hours.
This makes me envision there's all these Koreans out there like, there's a fatty out there.
Like, you're overweight somewhat, and you're Korean? Get out of here.
I disagree because I believe in society, especially in America, we have this idea that, oh yeah, all fat people just sit at home and they're lazy and they don't do anything and they ate themselves that way. But they don't take into account people who have a disease. They don't take into account people who work out and their body is just built that way. So there are all of these other.
I agree with what she's saying,
Yeah.
but she's like putting that on literally everybody. And I
Yeah.
don't think that that's what the question is. Like, those are
Yeah.
specific situations. Like, I would definitely say if you can't walk, obviously you're at like a heavy disposition, or if you're
Yeah.
mentally unstable, or all
Yeah.
these things. But if you have the ability to be able to work out, you have the ability to be able to eat differently. You got to just look at the American world and notice there's a large, substantial amount of obesity compared to other places, and that's not a coincidence. It's like
Yeah.
the food that we're raised to eat. It's a society that we grow up in that glorifies food. Like, if you're watching this on YouTube, there's probably a fucking KFC ad.
2 pieces of original recipe, popcorn chicken, crispy strips, fries, salad, and a drink. KFC's new mighty.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I agree with essentially all of the points that she's making. I just think it's a little bit of a weird choice to originally be like completely disagree. I'm not saying that there are not cases like what she's talking about. I'm saying that not every case is like that.
Also,
Yeah.
like, being in shape as a person that is predisposed to be heavy is really fucking hard, and I'm not trying to undersell
Yeah.
that. Like, I have been struggling with my weight like my entire life, and I continue to. Like, it's tough. It's a struggle. I'm not trying to undersell it.
Yeah.
But I do feel like most people have the ability to be able to overcome it.
Yeah, or at least affected in some way. Yeah.
But I also want to throw out there, like, it is possible that people have eaten themselves to that point, but then you look at, like, why did that happen? Like, there's trauma, there's rough coping mechanisms, there's so many different things that can lead to somebody resorting to that and then eating themselves into this situation.
I agree with everything she's saying, but at the end of the day, I still feel like that's just kind of like being a victim in a sense and allowing your trauma to dictate your own personal choices. I definitely eat for comfort. I have to realize at a certain point in my life, you can't just have that be an excuse and be like, it's out of my hands.
Yeah. At the same time, we were talking earlier about how there's like a financial aspect to it, for example. So like it's going to be much harder for you to be in good shape if you're poor.
Yeah.
How poor or rich you are can be affected by whether you've been traumatized or not. Like,
That's
you
true.
are probably less likely to be able to make a ton of money if you deal with intense trauma.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with you, but at the same time, like, I have tons of friends that have been in way worse financial situations than me that are able to get their health together, and if you're smart, I still feel like you can figure out a way
Yeah.
to be healthy. Like, it's going to be more difficult than it would be if you had a fuck ton of money and you can buy all this fancy shit that makes it really easy. But at the end of the day, like, if you're poor, you could still just, like, buy chicken, buy broccoli and all that shit and be healthy. It's not gonna be fun. And I'm not saying that's the lifestyle you should live forever, because if you're only eating chicken and broccoli for your entire fucking life, you're gonna lose your shit. I don't know. Obviously, I have not mastered being a healthy individual.
Yeah.
So I'm semi-speaking out of my ass, but I don't know. I have to have hope that it's not just a predetermined thing and that you can overcome it, or else I'm just gonna be fat.
Yeah, I don't think that's what she was saying, and that's definitely not what I'm saying. That I'm not saying that you're predetermined, but I'm saying like a heavy trauma can definitely predisposition you and make it much harder for you to lose weight.
I'm not arguing that at all.
Yeah. At the same time, it can also do the opposite. It can make it. There are plenty of people who struggle to try to get their weight up.
Also, some people, their bodies are just like, fuck them. Like, I grew up in this elementary school, and there was this girl that even in the 2nd grade, she was pushing like 150 pounds or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, she was just born fat. Like, I don't feel like there's any way you can raise your kid to be that fat. Like, you just are born, and your body's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I've been criticized for my size.
Yes.
Somewhat agree. Medium.
Strongly agree.
Yeah, I would say medium agree for me. Maybe just because I've been out of school longer than you have.
Well, I mean, it's not like, have you recently been criticized?
I know, but I mean, like, it kind of loses its impact as time goes on, in a sense.
I can't speak for your experience, but I was, like, pretty brutally bullied for being fat throughout middle school.
Like, I feel like I was, I'm sorry for that.
It's okay.
But,
fine.
Like, I feel for the most part, like, the criticism I received for being heavy was strongest when I was younger and petered out by the time I got halfway through high school.
Yeah, it was the same for me. I mean, the older you get, the more people have, like, a filter and they don't just blurt out the shit they're thinking. Like, I still definitely feel judgment and criticism for being overweight through certain situations.
Yeah.
Like, my wife is Ecuadorian and her family is, like, very old school, and I can tell that whenever I'm over at their family, not her close family, but her extended family, I can definitely feel heavy judgment from me being overweight and her being overweight. And I feel way worse for her because she's a woman, so they've got all these like old school beauty standards and everything, and they make her feel like shit for being overweight.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. I don't know. They'll probably get into a different question for this, but just because I don't feel like I've been heavily criticized for my size doesn't mean that I'm not self-conscious about it. Like, I'm extremely self-conscious about it. That's why I'm wearing this jacket right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm wearing this jacket too.
Yeah.
We're both wearing these because we feel bad about ourselves.
Come on, everyone.
When I first went back to Korea, which is like the country of my parents, and like it was amazing for me.
Yeah, I feel like definitely growing up in a Korean society would be extra rough to be plus size.
I also feel like this girl's like the least heavy of everyone here.
I agree. But by Korean standards, she's probably
fat! Yeah, by Korean standards, like, damn! Love you, girl. You live your life.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, Katie.
This is my home country. This is supposed to be my place. It's not my place because I'm fat. And so walking down the street, people are like, do you know how easy it is for you to get liposuction here? They won't even scar because they can do it pretty for an Asian person or whatever.
Wow,
I had family
that's
say,
super fucked up.
You know what? We'll fix your ears, we'll fix your nose, we'll fix your eyes, your lips, and all your fat.
What the
We'll
fuck?
literally turn you into a different person. You're welcome.
Like, every part of you is not good enough.
Yeah.
Jesus, that sucks.
That's really rough. Like, after hearing hers, I'm like, damn, yours is fucked up. I gotta move down. My criticism has not been nearly as severe as yours.
Yeah.
I would be afraid to talk up after this. I was bullied pretty bad in middle school.
Yeah, I got scooped a lot.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling to me that you would even think to offer that or think that I dislike my body. And I think that's also the thing. The critique comes from this idea of you must hate how you look. So let me help you.
Well, I do, so hard to say.
Yeah. I would agree that it's like
though.
Crazy to think how ballsy people can be with some of this stuff. Just like
how could you
unprompted. Just like, damn girl, you fat. Let me give you that liposuction number.
Seriously.
Like, shit.
You're welcome.
Everyone in this entire room has been criticized for their body. Like, it doesn't really matter what size you are. You could be the skinniest girl in the world. You're gonna be called like a fat bitch. Like, if you think that this is like exempt from you because we're
Troy
bigger
spitting
or we have different body
facts!
types,
Yep.
like, no. We've all been shamed for our bodies.
Very true.
I want to lose weight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Strongly agree!
Yeah.
I'm so tired of being fat!
I would be like medium agree. Like if I could like snap my fingers, of course. Yeah. But I'm also incredibly lazy.
That's true.
And that's a lot of work.
You're right. I'm gonna skip this ad real quick.
Yeah.
Mom,
Look at that fat bitch. But yeah, I would be over here. Punch the wall. Keep going.
Yeah.
My main thing is like, I definitely feel like okay, let's be super real.
Yeah.
A good amount of the people that are gonna watch this video are gonna think we're fat.
Yeah.
And are gonna judge us based on us being fat.
Yeah.
And a lot of people probably aren't gonna watch our videos because we're not like the standard of being attractive. I want to lose weight so I can be more successful in this field and other fields that I want to pursue, like directing or acting at some point in time.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be way easier if I'm in shape and like by society's standards handsome.
Yeah, I would agree. I get that. The more conventionally attractive you are, I think it's safe to say, generally, the easier your life is gonna be.
I mean, all these people, I'm sure are great people, but they're gonna attract a certain niche, and that's just the fucking hard truth. Like, you can be really funny and really talented, but there's only gonna be
like my boy Troy in the back!
Hell yeah. But there's only gonna be a certain amount of people that are gonna actually listen to what they say, and that's the sad fucking truth about this world, is like, once you gain too much weight, people stop listening to you as much.
Yeah, I agree.
Before we go all the way to the left.
Yeah.
I'm perfect.
I am who I am.
The reason like I hesitated so much is because I will love the way I look no matter what. At the same time, like if I just like happened to lose weight, like I'd also be like, cool, I'll just love myself no matter what. It's pretty much what
There's never going to be a moment in my life where I will happen to lose weight.
Yeah.
It will only be a concerted effort.
Yeah.
Oh, bye.
Damn.
I want to be here because this is like the work that I do, and I feel like doing this is gonna like make, it's like being here, someone's gonna say something to me and be like, oh, like you aren't for body positivity, you aren't for fat activism, you aren't for liberation, but like that has nothing to do with anybody else besides me. I think like if I say this and I'm not being honest with myself and saying like, you know what, sometimes I do think about this way. Because I do, and like everyone does.
Because there's privileges when you're smaller, so it's like.
My God, Troy!
Yeah.
My God! He's on it, dude.
Yeah.
He's so right.
Yeah.
I want to be smaller because there's so many more options for me if I'm smaller, but I don't want to lose weight.
I wish I could get that confidence, man. Like, that's the kind of confidence that like an old ass man with a tiny dick has in a gym locker room. I want that, but I can't have it.
I think you may have inadvertently just burned our King Troy.
That's not, I'm saying the equivalent.
Yeah.
It's like an equivalent amount. Oh, you're saying fuck. I more meant like in the fact that he's like, I don't want to lose weight. I'm comfortable as I am.
Yeah.
From my perspective, that's like an unattainable confidence. I'm sorry,
it.
Troy, if that hurt your feelings.
No, I think it was pretty clear what you meant, but like just in case.
I love you, Troy. I don't want to hurt you, Troy. I strongly agree.
I feel like I would go into the one right next to strongly agree just because I almost never go for an absolute opinion, but be pretty close to that strongly.
I don't know. There's so many different things that you get to do in your life, and that, I don't know. I just strongly agree that skinny people get certain privileges that
I would say if it was like you're overly skinny, that's not a privilege.
Well, they're not saying overly skinny people.
Well, I mean, some people would take skinny to mean overly skinny.
I guess I was thinking of like a healthy, normal skinny weight.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if you're overly skinny, that's just as big of a problem as being overweight.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
What? He's like, my bad.
I'm like,
Wrong side. Oopsies.
How did you not realize you were going the wrong way until you were that far? This makes me think that maybe she did want to go this way, but then she was like, oh no, nobody's going to agree with me.
Since I am a dancer, it is the most annoying thing. Like, I go to auditions and I'm...
How do you be a dancer and be fat? Those seem like oxymorons to me.
For real.
Is this dancing just like... I'm a dancer? I dance a lot.
Yeah. I feel like there's also got to be, like, aside from being different levels of fat, I feel like there's also got to be different kinds of fat.
Yeah.
Because, like, the kind of fat that I am, if I tried to dance, like, different parts of me would be, like, flying all over the place.
Seriously.
There's also very, like,
dance?
solid fat, you know? And I feel like that's kind of what she's got going on.
Yeah. She's a fucking unit.
Absolute unit.
I go to auditions and I'm the only, like, plus-size person there.
They're just like, sorry, you're fat, leave, bitch.
And literally, if you go to a concert and see an artist, you will, like, never...
I feel like if a fat person showed up to a dance audition, I would have to see that. If they're like, nah, you don't get the chance, leave.
Yeah.
It'd be like, bro, you're missing out on either something really impressive or something really funny.
Yeah. There's no way this can go poorly.
So what kept you, though, from on the strongly agree?
I don't really know. I just felt like it was like, it's like a big choice.
Big choice. Get it?
Because she's fat.
I love my body.
Ooh, that's gonna be a hard no from me. Yeah, I'm gonna be all the way over here.
Yeah. It's funny because like this isn't one of those like strongly disagree for me. It's like through a lot of mental work, I'm like somewhere in this area. But if it wasn't for all that, I would definitely be over here.
Yeah.
I don't love my body. It's more like I tolerate my current form.
Troy's definitely gonna be like over here.
I really hope so.
Yeah. I don't see any way that Troy's not over there.
What if Troy hits you with the...
Oh man, hits me with the wombo combo.
I think I'd cry. I'd be like, oh Troy, no.
My boy Troy.
You beautiful man.
Troy's my boy.
3, 2.
Oh, she busted out the fan.
Ooh.
You know you're really fat whenever you just carry a fan with you.
But I feel like that's a really classy way to be fat.
I agree. A lot of the times I wish I had a fan. I'm just... She went out of the way to go make a purchase, buy a fan, to have a portable fan with her at any time. She's like, oh, you know my body's gonna be heated.
Yeah. I wish I was brave enough to carry a fan with me.
For real. Respect. Hell yeah. I'm surprised they're all on the positive side.
Yeah, I thought there would have been at least one person that wasn't. I do wonder if this is like some level of groupthink a little bit.
I don't feel like there's a way you can do one of these Jubilee things without some amount of groupthink.
Yeah, I agree. I would totally be affected by groupthink if I was here too. Yeah.
I feel so uncomfortable being here and being like the only one over here.
For real.
Because then you just feel like you don't belong in the group of people that you like identify yourself with.
Yeah,
and that just really
would suck. Yeah.
I just think for like a lot of like younger folks, like when I was your age or younger, people said either hate your body or love your body. I wasn't either way, and I was in the middle, and so you feel so stuck, and so you feel so alone, and it's this idea of it's okay if you don't love your body, it's okay if you're not obsessed with it, just be kind to yourself, and that's good enough. If you can be kind to your best friend, you can be kind to yourself, and so that is why I am here.
This may be just because I identify with these people. This may be a large generalization, but I feel like being fat kind of forces you to be like more introspective than normal.
Yeah,
like all these people seem like they've done a lot of self-thought and soul-searching to be able to like come up with loving themselves and also seeing the rest of the world. So maybe being fat isn't only a bad thing.
Yeah.
I will like get out of bed and I'll look in the mirror and I'll really just like I'll rub like my chest, like rub my stomach, I'll like shake my ass, I'll like touch my thighs, and like I want to like shower myself with love every day, and that's like really important to me to give myself the time to be like, oh, I'm
happy for you.
I am jealous of you.
Seriously. I look at the mirror every morning, I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh, not this asshole again.
Jesus. I specifically like never stand in front of the mirror completely naked because I'm like, I don't want to see all that.
Yeah.
I'm already having a hard enough time as it is. I don't need that. Oh man, it's over. I feel like they didn't do some deep questions that they should have done. They like barely scratched the surface. Like, all right, let's get the skinniest intern to come up with all the questions.
Yeah, for real.
Good humans, thanks for sticking around.
See, they got these guys to write.
Ian the Korean. He was like, she right.
As soon as I saw her walking, I was like, you fat ugly bitch. You're making the rest of us look bad.
Yeah. Shit! Like, comment, and subscribe for more of this. Okay, that's enough. It hurt my tummy. Ow.
Owie.
Ouch.
Ow.
Bye.
Bye. If I was gay, I would be happy to be with Troy. I feel like he would.
He's
like,
a catch.
I'd hug him and I'd feel safe.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, you're so strong, Troy, and you have such good opinions, and I value you, and I love you, Troy. Also, your nails on fleek, and your sandal game is rocking it. I love your confidence.
Troy, if you were ever looking for like a threesome with two brothers, hit us up.
Okay.